Hey guys, my name is Andrew, you're watching Tonkus Gaming, and in today's video we're going to be going over the ban list predictions that I have for Magic the Gathering. And I'm not going to make this video very long. The ban list is coming out tomorrow. I just wanted to quickly put in my opinion as to what I think the ban list is going to entail for us. Not what I wish it were, but what I think is going to happen. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Let's not take too much time. So the first I want to talk about Standard, and there's three cards I want to talk about. It's going to be Teferi, Fire's Invention, and Yorion. Now, if you look at the numbers, Teferi takes up 42% of the top decks right now. Fire's Invention takes 26, and Yorion also takes 42. These three cards are not only the highest in representation, but it's the highest in controversy as well. Teferi just completely locking out your opponent from instant speed, not only removal, but interaction altogether. Invalidating some strategies like Mono Blue Flash is just incredibly powerful. Fire's Invention makes all of your really powerful spells free, and Yorion is a perfect deck to put something like the Jeskai Luca deck, which is the #1 deck right now in the format. And it's super easy because having 80 very powerful spells in your deck without needing to have Fire's Invention is just incredible. So these are the three cards I wanted to talk about. I think that these three are a perfect example of kind of what you're going to see throughout the others. Definitely we're going to talk about the companions. Now, the companions aren't as prominent in Standard as they are in other formats, but definitely Yorion is the big problem, because we have a lot of big haymaker planeswalkers like for example the Chandra. We have Luca that's just an immediate win condition by being able to sacrifice your Yorion. Go getting a Agent of Treachery is just not fun for anyone. So that's Standard. These numbers are ridiculous, and in other formats in the past, with numbers like these for some of these cards, this is high enough for a banning on any front. So definitely wanted to talk about those. And the next one's going to be Pioneer. Pioneer, you're definitely going to see more of the companion problem. So we got Loris, Thassa's Oracle, and Yorion. Now, if you look at the numbers, Loris takes up 37% and Yorion takes up 30%. Together, that's 67% of decks are playing either one of these cards. And that's including the Thassa's Oracle Inverter of Truth deck. Now, I wanted to bring up Thassa's Oracle because it was the card that was talked about the most as being the card that's going to be banned out of the Dimir Inverter deck, which in my opinion is the best deck in the format right now. But honestly, I'm kind of iffy on them banning that card. I think they should be focusing on the companions first if they're going to be banning anything. But I did want to mention Thassa's Oracle because, before these companions came out, people were screaming at the top of their lungs for Dimir Inverter to be banned in some way because of its complete stranglehold on the format. So, with that said, Loris, you know what it is. It goes into a lot of mono red aggro decks, and it's just been completely taking over the format. Being able to, when you run out of gas, play your Loris, get one of your haste creatures back is really powerful. And on top of that, you have stuff like Orzhov Auras, which was the flavor of the week a week or two ago, just completely taking over the format by being able to replay your enchantments, replaying your ethereal armors and favorite hoplites and stuff like that. And then Yorion, for the same reason, being able to slot into a lot of these bigger mana decks and control decks as a finisher, and being able to blink a lot of these value enchantments is just incredibly powerful. So that's definitely going to be Pioneer. And the next one I'm going to talk about is Modern. Modern is just look at these numbers. Loris by itself takes up 42% of the meta. Now, Yorion's not as much of a problem in this format, but Loris definitely is, and you're gonna see why. But when I talk about Mistress Bauble. Now, Mistress Bauble is a free spell, which I personally have a lot of problems with free spells as it is. But with Loris in the format, it just makes it even worse. It's, and it's like it is in Legacy and in Vintage, which we're not going to really talk about in this video because I don't really know as much about those formats. But Mistress Bauble for sure is a deck that, or a card that is just completely abused by Loris. So definitely wanted to mention that. And then Arkham's Astrolabe, people were talking about this before the companions came out, but Modern Horizons completely warped the format by having Arkham's Astrolabe in the format because it fixes your mana. It almost invalidates, Blood Moons. And on top of that, being able to cantrip for free and then have that extra snow permanent for your Icefang Coddle is just incredible. It allows a lot of these strategies like the Eurosa combo deck and these snow Bant snow control decks to really just take over the format because of its consistency and its ability to splash extra 2 colors or be able to play these 3-color strategies without having to worry about missing your ability to play your spells on time. So definitely these 3, and just pointing out, Arkham's Astrolabe is banned in Pauper, and a lot of people wanted this card banned beforehand, but if there was a time, I think definitely now is definitely a situation which, just want to point out, though it doesn't really happen that often, Arkham's Astrolabe can be brought back with Loris, which is so dumb, but you know how it is. So anyways, moving on, we're going to talk about the predictions. So starting with Standard, I think that Yorion is definitely the one we want to look at as far as the one that's probably going to be banned. Fire's Invention, Teferi, if they didn't ban them before, they're not going to ban them now. I just don't see a world where Teferi's banned, especially when it comes to rotation coming up soon. And then Fire's Invention, I wish they were going to ban this, but they're probably going to focus on the companions first before they they get rid of Fires. Even though Fires has been a problem since it was printed in Standard, I think that they're probably going to leave this one out. Judging from the history. So, with that said, going to Pioneer, I think Thoughts Oracle is safe. I don't see a problem with the combo in of itself. I think the problem right now is a lot of these Loris decks that are just completely taking over the format. And same thing with Yorion. If you take those two, if you're going to ban any companions, these two are the absolute most egregious out of all of them. And I think those two are the ones that are definitely going to be on the watch list in Pioneer. I just don't think that Thassa's Oracle, or really any other creature, maybe Euro, but I don't really think that card's as much of a problem as other people do, but because it's more play as a fair game versus Thassa's Oracle, which is an unfair combo. But those two are definitely the cards I want to look at as far as what I think they're going to do. I think they're probably going to be looking at Loris and Yorion first. And then the next one is going to be Modern. Modern, I think Arkham Astrolabe, Loris, and Yorion are all definitely for contingency to be booted out of the format. I think, as I said before, Arkham's Astrolabe is definitely going to be completely out of the format. It just makes decks way too consistent, makes these snow decks way too powerful. And as far as Loris goes, the same reason as I stated before, but now I know this may confuse you by seeing Yorion on this list when we talk about Modern, but one thing I want to point out is that if they're going to ban Loris in a format, they're probably going to ban Yorion. Maybe not the other way around, but if they're going to ban Loris, they're going to ban Yorion, because a lot of these cards. Now, I personally think that if they're going to ban one card, I think they might as well just ban all of them. But regardless, I think that if they are going to focus on Loris, they're also going to focus on Yorion as well. But regardless, I think that's what's gonna happen with the upcoming ban list tomorrow. So, with that said, thank you so much for watching. I know this was a very fast, very quick video, but I wanted to get this out before the ban list actually comes out. So, with that said, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you want to check me out on Twitter or on Twitch, I'll have the links in the description. And also, if you want to help out the channel, I'll have a little video that at the end of this part where I'm going to be talking about my Mana Traders affiliate link, where you can sign up and help out the channel. So definitely watch that, and thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Today's video was brought to you by Mana Traders. Want to keep up with the meta without spending hundreds of dollars on decks? Head on down to Mana Traders and sign up for a rental account, and if you use our affiliate link, you can support the channel as well. So thank you so much for watching the video, and thank you to manatraders.com.